If you want to go into this show blind, just skip this video. I'm having a rough summer. I don't know if anyone else gets heat migraines, but not a fan. Hi, I'm Snosky. It was supposed to be Snow Sky, but as fate would have it, everyone pronounces it Snosky, and I think I'm gonna stick with it, because I still like it. But I make animations. I also want to talk about things that I like from time to time as well, though. And I really like Crab Girl. I mean Gameoverse. I wanted to talk about the, quote, controversies that are going on with it really quick, just to get those out of the way. Heard bad animation, and in my opinion, I don't see it. I don't know what anyone's talking about. If it's not like the crisp as many frames as you thought that you would get, that's pretty standard fare for pilots, as far as I can tell. There's too many detailed little nods to video games and cartoons that I just like in here that are very flashy and colorful, creative, and things you would miss if you didn't pay a lot of attention in the backgrounds or even like right in front of you. One of my favorite and one of the cycling gifs around have been Kit's outfits. I really liked them because it showed she went on her own little Breath of the Wild type of journey before she beat the boss of her world. Maps and different styles and different types of animation I've noticed. Like, they really went all out, I feel like. Also, all of this was hand-drawn. Somebody did this out of passion, so again, the complaints on the animation just have me confused, honestly. The bad voice acting, I didn't hear it. I think maybe this is a case of the please stop talking. There's too much over-explanation in animation lately. I watched Swapped recently, and the whole time I was just thinking, I wish these characters would stop talking. And I think that might be the bigger issue because the voice acting is fine. It's okay, there's nothing wrong with it. It feels natural. It feels better than that movie. I also heard that, like, there was a single voice actor in there that could be recognized, and I don't think that makes their performance bad. I think the issue is we need more voice actors. We need to stop having these people who, you know, they sign on for a pilot, they work for these people, and then they're kicked off the show so their show can be picked up for a network. And that is the real complaint here. I don't think the voice acting in this show is bad at all. I think this comes to the controversy that annoys me the most of all, but I think it's almost a joke, and it's that Kit is supposed to be, quote, gooner bait, which makes absolutely no sense to me. She just looks like a normal woman to me. Like, okay, she's attractive, I guess, but that doesn't mean you should compare her to, like, what people beat their pork and beans to extensive periods of time. I feel like you have this take, you're kind of like the type of person that would be, like, attracted to the green M&M because she wears high heels and lipstick. I think it's just goofy. If you know what, like, people actually do draw for those sorts of purposes, it's insane. The proportions are ungodly. Kit is a normal woman. She's fine. I don't get what the deal is here. It just rubs me the wrong way. I just get tired of, like, women's bodies being described as, like, a trap or something to avoid or something to dismantle or overcome. Like, it's too much. Like, I know it's mostly weirdos that have these opinions, but there's so many of them, and I wish they would just chill out. There are definitely problems with the main character, or I don't know if they're problems, definitely thoughts I have. She does get restrained, like, 2 or 3 times when she's fighting, and that was kind of annoying to watch. Like, don't you have a bunch of guns and gadgets and stuff? She's Pomni. Just put a hat on her. Like, I can't ignore that she's basically the same design, but I don't hate it. It's still an okay character, because I can see her as the main character of a game. That's what she's supposed to be. She was supposed to save everyone. That was all on her, and she messed up. The premise really kind of makes up for the genericness of the characters, because It's kind of like, how would you live in a universe that is based on video game logic? And they really bring it to life there, but I do have questions about the plot. I really do like the subversive idea of trying to stop a protagonist from completing their goal, but if they do that, are they just doing that indefinitely? How do they officially save the planet? Can they move on and save others? Because what are the antagonists gonna do? Are they gonna leave and go somewhere else? Are they gonna chase them? What would even happen in the situation where the main characters completed what they're trying to do? I don't think this is much of a complaint, as long as they find a way to solve that question in an interesting way. It'd be really easy to drop the ball on that, because that is a pretty complicated story to tell. But that's what I like about it. It makes it interesting. I like a show where I'm gonna be surprised. I also just like shows that are passionate and that, like, really delve into whatever they're trying to say. That's what's fun for me. Or if it's about the animation, I love whenever, if that's their strength and that's what they do and they do it really well, it's just, I guess that's what hits for me, is whenever the work is put in. There's something with this story that I really like, and basically, it's not a new idea, but it's becoming more prevalent, of IPs and their creators just being drained and then kicked to the side. I can't help but see the protagonists as the people that want to keep these ideas alive and keep these worlds going for other people to enjoy them, and the antagonists as the ones that basically are trying to, they're dissolving everything, they're collecting everything. I assume they're trying to recreate things. I'm not entirely sure where they're going there, but I basically see the antagonists as the companies that are taking these things away after they've been sucked dry of all of their creative potential, and then taking it away from the people that really care about it the most. It's something I've always liked, and it's in one of my favorite stories, the Never-Ending Story, which is a story about the death of imagination. The villains in this feel like the nothing, the ones that are taking everything away, just dissolving it all. And there's little remnants of the worlds left behind. Maybe I'm thinking too deeply into it, but I think if they lean into that story idea... I know, I messed up there. I'm leaving it in. I don't care if it sounds good enough. But if they lean into that angle, and they don't go the typical story route of like, oh, the bigger bad to beat, and instead they really focus on those ideas, I think that we have a really cool story going here. It's already fun enough, it's interesting, I like the world enough to want to sit in it and absorb it and see where things are going to go, even if it is typical, as long as it's fun. But I don't know, Glitch has surprised me. I mean, the Digital Circus show is way deeper than I thought it would be. Murder Drones was fun. They had a really complicated plot. I think they could have finished it out better, but they get better with every attempt, and I hope they keep doing that. Maybe as an animator, I'm just noticing all these little things. I've always wanted to do it for a living, never really been able to, like, commit to it for various reasons. I'm sure a lot of people could imagine. But I love this show. I think you should watch it if you're into indie animation, and if you're kind of backing off because of any controversies or anything like that, don't. They're ridiculous. It's fine. It's cool. It's fun. So definitely check it out. Let me know if I did okay on my first review. I haven't really ever talked about anything like this, but there are so many shows that I just want to show my appreciation for, and maybe throw out maybe an idea I haven't heard too much around, and yeah, I think that would be really fun to discuss this more. I'm Snosky, I develop games, I animate, and hopefully I'll be able to talk about shows that I like a little bit more whenever I get better at this sort of thing. Bye.